One of the hardest things new scripting people face is understanding what happens to your command line between when you press enter and when bash actually executes a command. Bash evaluates a number of things on the command line before it actually starts the command running. It looks for special characters and does substitutions. It does arithmetic. It does variable lookup. It does subshell commands. It does quite a few things before it ever tries to execute a command. For example, if I create a command that creates a variable and puts a value in it, and then I wish to use that variable, I might use a command that has a $sign and that variable on it. The command is echo, but before echo ever gets run, bash substitutes for the $A with the value of what was in A. Then it runs the echo command. It does this substitution in memory. So when you press enter, it takes the command line in memory and begins modifying it. The command does not run until those modifications are complete. This can confuse people, especially for the substitutions that are happening to make sure that they are what you think they are. You can turn that on. There are 3 common ways to do this. You can do it in a current shell, for the current shell only, and then every command you do will display the command line in memory after substitutions before running. The way you do this is with the set command with a -X option that says turn on debugging mode, and it will. Now when you type a command like echo $A, it will display for you on a line with a plus sign at the front the command that has command and show you the result. This can be helpful to figure out what's going on. If you forget that you've turned it on, it will simply keep doing it as long as this shell runs. To turn it off in this shell, you do the set command with a +X, and that will turn it off. Now when you do your commands again, you don't see the substitutions, you just see the final results. If you have a script that you've created and you want to see the commands that it runs as it runs them in the same way that set-X does, you can run that script with the bash command and put -X on the command line. So we could say bash-X and one of our script names. And when it runs, it shows the commands that were run. It ran this command, it ran this one, and this one, and this one. This one actually produced output. It ran this one, which produced output, and no other commands were executed. Notice that none of these show any variables or anything in them because they have already been substituted for. Doing it this way does not modify the script, so you can do a debug run anytime you want without changing the script. If you are doing this a lot and don't like typing bash-X every time in front of your script name, you can modify your hashbang line to simply have -X built right into the script. For example, on the very first line, which is the hashbang, where we have bin bash, that's the command to run this script. If we wanted bash to run with the -X option, we can simply add -X onto the command line. And every time the script runs, it will run in debug mode. We can save that and try it to see how that works. Now if I want debugging mode off for the shell, I need to modify the script to remove that.